Welcome back to another round of TFR eSports Season 25. Here we are for round 7 of 15 in the F2 Championship. We are back after a little break since the Monaco Grand Prix. We are back tonight for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Baku. I am your commentator, CJH, joined by my usual co-commentator, the two-time TFR eSports F1 champion, Epic the Animal. And Epic, this is going to be a bit of a dramatic race tonight. We've got a slightly smaller grid. I think Danique is also joining us, so we're going to have about 14. But Baku always seems to provide a bit of a dramatic race in terms of crashes, drama, and overtakes.
Yeah, lots of overtaking spots, plus lots of walls equals chaos in league racing. And I mean, you could put these F2 drivers anywhere and it's going to be a chaotic race, but I'm sure we will see exactly that here tonight, just like we did in the F3 race earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. In the F3 division, we did see quite a lot of drama in that race. We had a 4-wide moment at a safety car restart, and we'll have to see if we have any safety cars in the main race, how that plays out with where people get things going. But at the minute, Codemanic, I was about to say, had put a stonking lap on the board with a 1:39.2 clear of the rest. However, Schaefer in the Alpine, who was denied victory last time out after a post-race penalty for a safety car restart where he was too slow, he actually, like I say, came second last week. We now haven't got our different winner in every race streak, but we may still have a 6th different winner from 7. But he now is on the front row, 20 thousandths of a pace off the top spot. And Sir Spark, I was almost lost for words there as I saw that middle sector time come up. He's 8 tenths up in the middle sector with a purple middle sector as well. And Sir Spark then, with DRS wide open, is going to come up to the line here, and he might just smash that pole position time from Codemanic so far, which he has, but not by much. Lost a little bit of time in that final sector, and it is oh so close at the very top, Logan.
It is until Stan goes 3 tenths quicker.
Just, I mean, where's that come from? All the laps earlier were kind of miles off, and then suddenly now, it's completely changed again. I thought Codemanic had a good time, but now he's 4 tenths off the pace.
Yeah, they're getting warmed up a little bit, I guess, CJ. I think a lot of unrepresentative laps have been set. Honestly, I feel like only 4 representative laps at this point have really been set. So, we're going to have to wait and see. These late runs are going to be very important. Avoiding the midfield chaos is going to be key to having success here tonight. And GG starts his lap now. See if he can get himself within a second of pole.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a bit of work to do so far. He's the lone regular Sauber driver tonight because a Ruthless Guy is missing. So potential big points dropped for a Ruthless Guy in the battle for the championship. GG did win last time out. He has now won the last 2 races, and he's the only driver who's won multiple races this season after inheriting that victory. He's joined by Temp, a reserve driver tonight in the Sauber, making his debut. We've also got AJ Curtis in the Red Bull, who replaces the departing Kevin Cal, who leaves the league. So Red Bull with a new driver in that second seat, and we'll see, Logan, really if they can keep their eyes focused on that constructors title, because they really are in the mix for both championships, with Codemanic going for the drivers and constructors fight. They're very close at the top of that. So the question is, there's going to be a bit of pressure on AJ down there in 11th on his debut, because that team should be getting the constructors title.
Yeah, they could. I think it's more just going to be about consistency than raw pace. All these races we've seen have been decided by bad decision-making or over-aggression early on. So just keeping it on the track, I always say, is key, especially if you're a new driver coming in. So we'll see what he'll be able to do and how many free positions he can gain in the race.
Absolutely. Well, here comes GG then, who we were talking about just there, up to the line, and he's coming in the pits. He was a couple of attempts down that final he was a couple of tenths up, in that first sector. So he's made the decision there to bail out, and it obviously wasn't good enough. Tax Collector, this man here is the new championship leader actually going into this race tonight, and he hasn't won a race yet this season. He has, though, had a lot of top 5 finishes, but that if that doesn't just scream F2 in TFR eSports, Logan, I don't know what does, because, like I say, no wins in the first 6 rounds, but he leads the championship.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, consistency matters above all, not raw pace, and he's been the most consistent of the lot so far. And with the McLaren second and fifth, they're looking good so far here in qualifying to be sitting pretty for the race today in terms of their constructors fight.
Absolutely. So, right, let's see then. Who else? Sluskern is starting another flying lap. He's only just started actually, Logan, so not to try in deep end. Take us through the rest of it.
That's it. So he's coming through turn 2. It's all about getting the full throttle as quickly as possible. You can take some of that curve on the inside. Now bomb it down this straight. Keep it to the left because the track does kink to the left. Straighten it out a little bit. Be careful of that wall on the inside here. And don't over-rotate the car because that will keep you from getting the full throttle quicker. Here, you don't really want to take this curb on the inside, but it is there. Better than a wall. A lot of the theme of this track is all about prioritizing your exit. Speaking of that here, trail break in. Make this corner pinched on the inside so you can open up that second corner and, like I said, get the full throttle as quickly as possible. Come in here, you got a curb on the inside, you can mount it as hard as I do. Hot girls on Friday nights, bring it up here to castle section. You want to carry as much speed in as possible, but you can't really get the full throttle in the middle part. Again, pinch that corner tight on the inside so you can open up the second corner and get the full throttle as quickly as possible, which he does there. Absolutely bomb it down this straight. These corners don't really exist. Tough corner here. Get to the right, open up the track on the right-hand side. You can take curb or miss the curb. Different lines can be taken through there. But be careful of that wall on the outside, as it's easy to float out to the outside walls as the track drops away. You can clip a little bit of this curb on the inside, but again, all about prioritizing that exit because we got one of the longest, if not the longest straights on the calendar. I don't include these corners, honestly, because they're easily full throttle. And then absolutely bomb the rest of the ERS you got left in the tank. Down this straight. He's used a lot of ERS, but now he has the DRS to kind of help him out instead, and comes to the line, and he doesn't improve. He does improve,
but no position.
But his position doesn't change, and that's a lap of Baku.
There you have it. Codematic then is gone for another flyer. With not too long to go this session, wait for the yellow flags to disappear, and then I'll have the actual time left on my screen in the top left-hand corner. But we've got a lot of yellow flags in that final sector with a lot of drivers prepping their runs. I won't be surprised if these are the final runs though, because there's only one car in the pit lane, which is Action Rick. It is the final runs because we've got 40 seconds left of the session. Danique still hasn't loaded in yet. I mean, he's got a quali ban, I know that, because of an engine penalty, but he still hasn't loaded in. He's got 40 seconds to get in that car, or else he won't be able to make the race.
He won't make the race, or it won't put him in the race?
I don't think it will, because he needs to get in a car. It'll put him as a spectator.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, we're going to find out. Yeah, here comes Comatic then. And, well, going through these sweeping final turns, this is going to be his final lap. And let's see, what can he do? He's got his championship rival down in 5th at the minute and 8th. The checker flag is out. Can Comatic snatch pole? No, he can't. He goes up to 2nd. A 10th improvement, a good lap. But Ultimate Stan is out there on another flyer. So too is Sir Spark will be the next driver to the line as we got a yellow flag coming up somewhere. And that's Northey actually retiring on the circuit. So that's not ideal. But Sir Spark then coming up to the line. It's a long old run here. And the thing is, Logan, if you've not got enough ERS left, you're going to really face the consequences here.
Yeah, very true. Cyrus have a little bit of sneeze and fit there, but he's definitely got a lot more ERS I've seen from anyone else on this final straight. And look at it, he's got a couple extra miles per hour because of it coming up to the line.
Oh.
P2, he snatches that front row appearance from Codematic. Who else we got on our lap? Schaefer's up 2/10. He could get on the front row possibly. Tax collector as well. Can't tell if he's up or not, but his ERS is looking not pleasant.
Well, here comes Schaefer then, and no, he lost time in that final sector. Tax collector's not far off the line, so too is GG. Temp is about to hit the line as well, and he remains in 10th. Tax collector then coming up to the line, and he is way off. He's 9/10 down, so it's a max of P5. What can GG do? He remains in 8th. He doesn't improve as well, so big shock.
It was all in the final sector, CJ. He was up just shy of 3/10 through sector 2, and it's literally just that last corner in the straight. He lost what, like 4/10 there.
Yeah. Wow. A big surprise. And Ulmstan doesn't even need to improve here. He's done enough to take pole here. He was an F3 and didn't actually manage to take pole ahead of Ledanes. So that's an impressive lap there from Ulmstan. We've seen this multiple times this season as the two Haas cars there go in parade after that pole lap. And I say they were parading, they're actually rubbing tyres. But yes, Ulmstan, what a lap, Logan.
Yeah, great lap by him into the 138s. Is he the lone driver in the 138s? I don't know. But regardless, great lap by him. And yeah, it'll be pole position, but it's all going to come down to the race here, CJ.
Well, the thing is, pole. How important is pole here, Logan? He is in. He's in an Aston Martin though somehow. But
I think just in TFR in general, qualifying is really important because of how chaotic and aggressive the mid and rear of the field is. Even if you have the pace and you are able to get through cleanly, even if you have the pace, you're going to lose just so much time. Like, it's just, starting from the back is a death sentence. That's why we don't see people go last to first unless if something ridiculous happens that just hands them the race for free. So you really do need to rely on luck if that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, are we expecting maybe in the race that, you know, maybe people have more pace than what they showed in qualifying because of how easy it is to make mistakes around one lap?
I think so, and I think mainly it'll just come down to how consistent are they lap after lap, which is not what we saw in qualifying. We saw a lot of mistakes in qualifying. And also how they manage the tire wear. Basically, however you set up the car here, your rears are going to be cooked, and it makes the car difficult to drive. So how they handle the car evolving over the course of stints is going to matter just as much. So it'll be interesting to see how the paces evolve over the course of the race, especially if we have long green flag running.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the qualifying results come up on the screen. I don't know why that bug is in this game, because it is super annoying. But anyways, it is Ulmstan on pole, and like I say, he won an F3. Can he win an F2? I mean, I think it might be a bit of a tall order for him, Logan, because I think there's more pace from some of them behind, but it could be a bit of a race of attrition here.
Yeah, I think every race in this league is a race of attrition in F2 and F3. I say it time and time again, and the only one that's really been getting it is our boy Tax Collector is winning the championship without winning a race, which would be hilarious if he could do that all season long.
I know. I think that's the thing. And again, in qualifying, they're not exactly right at the front, but doing what he needs to do. And if he can keep doing that, then he will stay where he is at the minute. Big work then for GG and Comanic to do in this race, but Comanic is in a good position. We're about to head to the grid, and we're going to find out here what is going to happen here in Baku for round 7 of 15. But as the drivers get their final setups and tweaks made, there's not going to be too much here, but the safety cars will surely play a factor. Here we go then. We've got 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. And we're underway here in Baku. Ulmstan then gets a fairly good launch. So Spark has a little look to the inside. He is going to go for it. Oh, they just get through the first corner. There's a Alpine round, Schaefer's round, and so too is the Williams. And also an Aston Martin getting a serious whack there coming out of the first corner. Ulmstan then still leads, but Sir Spark is right on his tail. And we'll have a little go into the second corner in the slipstream of the Haas. There he goes down the inside. Can't quite get it done. Ulmstan hits the wall though. He hits the wall. And then we've got a massive crash behind. 2 cars off, and Sir Spark as well, still battling for the lead here. He's going to take the lead off the Haas and gets it job done. Good start then for Sir Spark, but absolute chaos behind, Logan.
Yeah, wreck in turn 1 involving multiple cars, wreck in turn 3 involving multiple cars, just lots of wreck, lots of cars, lots of chaos here on lap 1.
Ulmstan is still hanging on to this. He's still hanging on because he's ghosting. He is still in the McLaren, and they're still wheel to wheel here, all the way through this middle sector. It's just a dash of who can get in front of the other car. They're still within each other here, going through the middle sector, and it's just going to be down to who will break the latest. Ulmstan is still there. I mean, eventually he's going to unghost, and there's going to be a tangle here. There's still absolutely nose to tail. But I think Ulmstan's got it. He's now ahead, and that is all because his car was ghosting. If his car wasn't ghosting there, he would have had to settle for second. But Sir Spark there, he'll be absolutely gutted about that.
Yeah, but still a lot of race to go, and they've already broken DRS to tax collector behind on lap 1, which is vital. The field actually pretty spread for lap 1 because of all of the incidents. So many drivers involved. We got Action Rick having a run of curveball. Slusker has a run on both of them. They're going to go 3 wide here. Ah, this is going to end bad. I'm calling it right now. Oh, nope, it didn't end bad. Okay. We're good. Curveball in the pits.
Oh, he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall coming in the pits. He's hit the wall, and he's pinged back on the circuit. And it's a good job no one was any closer to that car. Northie's in. I think it's a VSC. Yep, it's just a VSC. But, well, I mean, I'm surprised I didn't see that happen in F3. But Carabold, with the damage on the front wing, just completely misjudging that entry there, Logan.
Yeah, a lot of people misjudging corners. Northie went too deep into 1 and caused a crash. I didn't see what happened in turn 3. I was on board with someone. They touched wheel to wheel under braking, and that just caused them to go into the car ahead. Absolute chaos here on lap 1, and we preached that it's about consistency and patience here in Baku, and definitely no one listening to the stream.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Ultimate Stan, though, he has done what he needs to do so far, but we see a big gap there, haven't we, from the... Who's that? That's Slusker down in 8th. And look at that chaos behind that. We are green. And there's 2 overtakes there because Action Rick and Code Manic have got ahead of Schaefer. So Code Manic was one of the big losers on that opening lap, Logan. I think I might have missed that. Was he caught in that crash at turn 3 potentially?
I believe it was turn 3, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, look at Danique. He's already P6.
Yeah. A flying start for Danique.
He was able to avoid it all.
Yeah. And
by sheer luck.
Yeah, he's absolutely gained massively out of that. So, yeah, Code Manic and Schaefer, the big losers at the start. Temp as well, the reserve driver for Sauber, ahead of GG, and he is now up into P4, gaining 6 places as well at the start of this one. So, a dramatic start here. Danique, obviously, on those soft tyres as well, so he will be one to keep an eye on. There goes GG on Danique then. Down the start-finish straight, up into P6. And you can see in the background there's an almighty tussle behind. That's Action Rick, Code Manic, and Schaefer all going out into the first corner there, 3 wide. And look at that, Schaefer goes to the outside on the Williams, and they both get ahead of Action Rick, and somehow they all made it through that corner, Logan.
Yeah, somehow I keep expecting incidents to happen, especially after what we saw on lap 1, but they were able to keep it clean on that occasion. Schaefer's going to get the DRS back on Code Manic and get back around him. Code Manic with a bad first couple corners, so he falls back from that group. But yeah, this lead group, as time is going on, is actually pulling away from Slusker and the rest behind.
Absolutely. So lap 3 then of 18. Code Manic, well, a lot of work to do. And then there's that gap of about 5.6 seconds there from Danique to Slusker, and the rest are well close. Temp then on those hard tyres, going very nicely at the beginning of this one, and could very much bring himself into play later on in this one. The 2 McLarens right in front of him, though. Keeping the pressure on Ultimate Stan here, but he's doing what he needs to do, and he's almost lost that DRS to the McLaren behind, Logan.
Yeah, he's almost lost the DRS. Now he has lost the DRS to the McLaren behind. So Ultimate Stan backing up the 1-lap pace with his race pace here. Granted, it's only lap 3. I think strategy is going to play a big part of this. I am just waiting for something ridiculous to happen sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. So Spark then didn't have DRS down that back start finish straight, but Tax Selector did on him, and there's a move in the background. Alfie going defensive there from GG, but GG is going to make the move around the outside, is he? Alfie's hanging it on down the inside. They're going to be oh so careful here they don't make contact, and Alfie is going to hang this on. He's still at the inside for the next corner. It takes a lot of curb, and how on earth neither of them hit the wall on either the left or the right, I'm not quite sure, but Alfie's going to hang on here. He's got the DRS once more. GG is determined to try and get ahead, but he can't do so. Alfie gets the job done. No, he doesn't. He gets the corner all wrong, and GG's coming back at him again. Great scrap between these two. Alfie still is ahead of GG, Logan.
Yeah, and Danique has now caught back up to the lot of them because of it. GG passed him and just took off down the road. But that's not going to be the case here anymore. an interesting thing about the Neek strategy being on the sauce, he would definitely pit to the hards, I presume, a lot earlier than everyone else. So if he can avoid the chaos and not get held up in clean air, that might actually pay dividends for him when he gets to these hard tires quicker than the rest.
Absolutely. The one worry for him, though, is he will not want a safety car too late here, because if he has to pit a little earlier than the others, that could prove quite costly for him if he has to lose that free stop. Danique, though, very quick out of that corner there, all over the tail of GG. This could be another freeway scrap then, down the start-finish straight, because Alfie is doing all he can here to hold off GG, and he did a superb job on that last lap, and has a almighty snap there. I think that might have been a little bit of lag, as GG then is right there, hot on his tail. DRS is wide open once more. He's going to go to the outside again. Alfie again defending very hard to the left, and there goes GG. Can he get it done this time? Yes, he can. Brilliant move then from GG. Gets a lot later on the brakes, but critically gets it done nice and cleanly, Logan.
Yep, and we got Schaefer, Sluskern, and Codematic nose to tail, P10 through P8. They're kind of in a pack of their own at the moment. Yeah, we guys got separate packs, and here goes Codematic on Sluskern, who's missing a front left end plate.
But look how much later he broke there. Really late on the brakes, considering he's got the damage. And Codematic does though as well. But Codematic does actually have big damage on that front right end plate. In fairness, it might almost be more damage than that Williams. So that'll be why he is struggling to make his way through the pack here, and particularly on those hard tyres, Logan. That is the worst tyre for you to pick up a bit of front wing damage, because you're really not maximising on the kind of the life that those tyres can actually do.
That, and he's like he can pit onto hards and then go to the end because of that. So he has to hang it out for a few laps no matter what. Probably has to hang it out to at least like lap 7, 8.
Yeah. He's very close to the wall there. I think he is struggling quite a lot at the minute. And yeah, I think that's the thing. He's just having to suffer it.
3 here. Second through 4th.
It's getting very close. Temp is closing in on the other McLaren, and I wonder if there could be a bit of team orders between these McLarens here, because they're coming under threat from the reserve driver and the Sauber, who is driving brilliantly so far here in Baku, and he gets very late on the brakes, and he almost hits the McLaren there under braking. That could have ended in tears if he wasn't a bit more careful, but these guys are getting dropped though by Ultimate Stan now, Logan. I mean, Ultimate Stan, he is getting a bit of a gap there.
Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, it's not big yet, though. It's only a second and a half. Did I hear someone hit a wall? I thought I heard someone hit a wall.
You might have. I don't think you're wrong.
Damage, though.
Someone was very close. Alfie's very close to the Sauber further back now as well. So we got more battles brewing up here on lap 6. But, yeah. I mean, what would you do with the McLarens right here? Is Sir Spark holding up his teammate, or is that too early to say?
No, the DRS is just keeping the tax collector. Keeping him in it.
Well,
they're both sitting on a decent amount of battery as well, so they should be alright. They got way more battery than 10.
I guess, well, there is probably going to be a little bit of an element of just keeping things nice and neat and tidy until the latter stages here, because whilst they're still in range of the leader, if they can keep these positions and keep Temp behind, this is quite a good way of managing this race for the two McLarens, and then they can maybe try and undercut on Ultimate Stan in a couple of laps time. But so Spark still keeping that 1.7 gap to the leader. Tax Collector still just sitting in that DRS. Temp again a bit closer, and there goes Tax Collector in. Yeah, so your championship leader in the pits, and this is maybe the undercut I was just mentioning there, Logan.
Yep, he's definitely going to go on the hards. Yes, he is. My sanity is restored. GG's in as well. Danique in as well. Schaefer in as well. A lot of people are in.
So something I guess...
Mediums? Is that mediums or Danique?
Something I guess I was surprised with there is... it's actually Rick. gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Yes, Danique onto mediums, and that's quite a way to go on those, you'd imagine, considering we're pitting on lap 7 or for some of those initial medium tyre runners. But are you surprised that Tax Collector got the first pit stop there between the two McLarens?
No, I think Sir Spark is planning on pitting when he originally planned the pit, and then it was Tax Collector that decided I'd rather go a lap earlier than a lap later.
Well, Sir Spark might need to get in the pits pretty quickly because he's coming under serious pressure here from Temp in third, and really kind of hustling that McLaren there through those corners. And if they don't pit here, then I think for Sir Spark, he's going to come under a serious amount of pressure here, Logan.
Yeah, he probably is. Question is, what's Ultimate Stan going to do? He could just stay out and be safe of the undercut and not have to deal with traffic. But he'll probably just pit on his planned lap, not, do anything fancy here. He will be coming in, so will Sir Spark.
They're not coming in behind. They're not coming in behind. So Ultimate Stan pits, but these two continue on. And I tell you, Tax Collector, he's cleared Slusko now, but he was in a bit of traffic there. He lost a bit of time, stuck behind the Williams. It's going to be tight, with Ultimate Stan and the McLaren here. I think it's going to be very tight. There's a Williams come back at him down the inside, though. Slusko in there, right down the inside of the McLaren, and that might just potentially cost him an opportunity of having a go at Ultimate Stan there, because he would have had DRS, you'd imagine, down that next straight, Logan. But Ultimate Stan gets away with it, you'd have to say, and he's ahead of those two cars.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been close enough to get a move on him, but definitely didn't help being wheel to wheel with the Williams.
Oh, we've had a crash. Co-Manic's in the wall. Right there, right in front of us, and that is a safety car. Now that is going to massively change the race because Sir Spark and Temp, Sir Spark and Temp are going to dive in the pits. We saw it right in front, running on board there with Tax Collector. Co-Manic there just getting way too late on the brakes. Well, or shall I say, mistiming it on the turn in. And that's him done and dusted. So big points drop for a championship contender.
Huge points drop for a championship contender. To be fair, it is an easy mistake to make. You hate to see it. Everyone makes them. Yeah, this is going to change anything. Northie is into the pits again for another change of front wing. He hasn't had a great race. It's just interesting to see because he's been in pinnacle of consistency all season long. Curtis still in it, down in 11th. He hasn't had a great debut here, but fair enough, on a tough track, and he is still very much in the race. Action Rick with a 10-second time penalty. He's definitely got to serve that here under safety car. I wonder if some of these people that already pit on the hards, if they might want to risk going back to another set of mediums, possibly. I wouldn't, but it is
you wonder, yeah. Because
if you're a driver that feels like I need to make something happen, I would say, yeah, go for it, but...
So Spark,
in reality, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, top two, understandably, come in the pits. They're going to come out in front, surely. I mean, it might be tight, but they should get this done. And so there is a Spark. You've got Ultimate Stan coming down the start-finish straight. Yeah, they're going to be... I think, are they both going to be out in front? It's going to be tight. So Spark's clear. Is Temp clear? Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Just. If that was a fraction of a second slower, he wouldn't have been. And he is on the medium tyres, Logan.
Yes, he is. Wait, was he already on medium?
He's on hards.
To the race director.
He's on hards.
Good.
So
everyone's good. Everyone that's in the race is good. No one went to the same tire twice. So yeah, he started on the hards. We forgot, so he'll be on the mediums the rest of the race. They will be worn by the end, but they should definitely be able to make it with these safety car laps. Same thing for Danique. I was worried about his tire life as early as he hit onto the mediums, but he should be okay now. They'll be worn, but he should be okay. But against these fresh hards, it might be difficult for Danique. Those tires are going to die a lot quicker. And I do feel for Ultimate Stan. He's been leading the race, pole position, at no fault of his own. He's now found himself in P3 with work to do.
Yeah,
and with Temp in front of him on mediums.
Absolutely.
He's past GG under safety car.
Yeah, what's going on there? That seemed a little bit suspicious. Is that maintaining position or is that returning to position? Oh no, there he goes, off the track. And, oh, that was a bit messy.
He's trying to get the position back.
So, Yes, Danique now ahead. I'm sure you're going to try it again to give that back, but I don't know how people do that. I mean, I don't know about you, Logan, but I don't know how people do that.
I've literally never seen it in my league racing career. I've had people spin under safety car, or like they already had damage, so like they've let me through under safety car. But like, you know, nothing like that where they just kind of Grosjean their way into the wall. I
Bizarre.
still think Ericsson hit him. Or was it Magnussen? Ericsson did hit him.
But here we are then. This is going to be what we were talking about earlier with what happened in F3 is the safety car restart. It was a mess in F3. Not necessarily in terms of Ultimate Stand doing anything wrong in terms of the rules, but at the end of the day, he got passed by Ultimate Stand because he was a bit too quick with his restart. And then the chaos behind was that we had 4 cars wide into the first corner, which was never going to end well. But we had last week Schaefer lose a win because he was too slow at the safety car restart. What do you think is going to happen this time?
Chaos.
I think you're right. I think you're right. So Spark, though, finds himself now leading the race. And I tell you, they made the right decision. You can call it lucky, but they made the right call to stay out that extra lap or so, because they have gained now track position over the others and are on fresher tyres. And so Spark here has a brilliant opportunity of picking up a first win of the season, I think, for him. Yeah, it'd be a first win of the season for him and a first win of the season for McLaren. But there is still a long way to go here, Logan. And I'm thinking Temp is going to be a real threat here. The reserve driver, who didn't exactly show anything too crazy in terms of pace in qualifying, now finds himself with a fantastic opportunity here of picking up a debut win.
Yes, he does. We'll see if the safety car comes in this lap. I'm ready for some action again. We will have 8 laps of racing here if we remain green and if the safety car comes in. Northie in action. Rick still trying to catch the safety car queue. It's going to be nip and tuck, as the Europeans would say. So I have no idea what that means, but
It's going to be touch and go.
What is touch and go? I mean, I'm thinking of something else, but that's something that happens late night at the bar on a Saturday night.
It's it just means it's going to be like 50-50. It's you know, it's going to be a little bit on the edge, and
I'm learning today. I'm learning.
And things that are going to be a bit
So
touch and go is the Sparks restart, because he has absolutely checked out. He's gone so early, I can still see the safety car.
Is it too early? Uh-oh.
I mean, Bert Mylander is going to be absolutely panicking there as he sees him charge a McLaren, and he's having to slow down. He's having to slow down. He's going to be absolutely in trouble here. Ultimate Stance had to go in front. It's going to be chaos into the first corner. They're 3 wide behind. They're side by side in the first corner. Ah, they've hit the wall. They've hit the wall. You just knew that was going to happen. And Danique takes the lead of the race at this restart. That is absolutely incredible. Danique then, on those medium tyres now, takes the lead. So Spark's got massive damage on that front wing. He's going to have a little go at Danique, but that has proven to be a disastrous restart first to Spark, and it is completely backfired, Logan.
Yeah, and it's his own fault too. He went too early. Oh, tax collector goes too deep in the corner, hits Temp in the butt, but no harm, no foul. We continue on. What, Temp? Does Temp have damage as well?
Yeah,
Temp
big
has
damage,
a lot of damage,
huge damage. Yeah. Temp and Spark, they're done here. They're going to have to get in the pits. Those cars have got way too much damage to actually be competitive here, and you can just see Spark there, really the cork in the bottle through this part of the track.
Through Castle. Oh, no, they're not.
Oh, he's hit the wall. Tax Collector has hit the wall. Your championship leader then, now with damage on his car. The 2 McLarens here, they're falling apart. They're absolutely falling apart, this restart here. He's got it, literally. And we're going to move them between the 2 Haas drivers. That's Alfie now getting passed by Ultimate Stan then, who also lost out at that restart because he had to check out before he got involved in that crash at turn 1. But this has absolutely blown the race wide open, Logan.
Yeah, it has. Danique trying to take off down the road. Sir Sparks still in his DRS. GG there as well. Ultimate Stan down in 4th with his teammate right behind.
So Spark's going for this here. He's trying to get the lead. He can't quite get back at him.
Tax Collector stays out.
Yeah. As he's now passed by Shaper. Tax Collector here, your championship leader. We said he was the pinnacle of consistency earlier on, but he ain't going to be anymore because at the minute he is staring at a terrible result. As Danique's lost the lead. Danique's had a mistake there. He's got GG now on his inside, and he's trying to come back at the McLaren, but Danique there, I think, just went a bit too wide into turn 2. No damage on the car. But Sir Spark now, with that wounded McLaren, leads the race. And, I mean, look at the queue of cars behind him.
And that's just going to create more chaos here, CJ. If chaos keeps happening behind him, maybe he can just hold on to the lead by default.
Yeah. I mean...
mistake by Danique, though, to lose the lead. I don't know, visible damage.
Yeah.
Man, what a race. Oh, Constantine effect with Sir Spark.
And Alfie's down 6th.
They're all getting held up.
Yeah, Alfie, I think, is well involved there. He's cut the barrier there on the left-hand side as well. I wonder if he's just picked up damage in that Haas. They're all picking up damage left, right, and centre at the minute. He does, yeah. Yep, so Temp now ahead of him with a seriously damaged Sauber. Alfie's come back at him though. Oh, he touched. He's hit the wall. And how on earth he managed to hold that there, because he was almost about to do, go straight down that escape road. Remind me of a Toro Rosso from a few years back in qualifying, and how on earth he managed to hold that Sauber there and not go straight down the escape road. Look at Ultimate Stand though, right on Danique's tail. He's going to go to the left hand side. They get super close down the start finish straight, and Ultimate Stand now back up into P3, and critically, Logan, with no damage on that Haas.
Yeah, that's the critical part here, the way this race is unfolded. Danique launches down the outside. Yeet! That ain't going to hold.
Yep. And he's going to lose the position to Temp as well. And so he's coming back into play. But I really do think, I mean, GG as well, with no damage on his Sauber. So I think GG and Ultimate Stand, they really are the ones to keep an eye on here, because with no damage, they should be able to clear Sir Spark here.
They should, but we've seen wilder things in the last 14 seconds.
Absolutely. I mean, that's crazy. The fact that Sir Spark and Temp have got so much damage on the cars, but here they are back in the top 4 here, and Sir Spark, I mean, I guess all he can do, Logan, is what he's probably doing right now. It's just charging up the battery, and then he's just absolutely deploying it all down the start finish rate. And with the damage he's got as well, he's actually technically got a very low downforce setup now on the car.
Yeah, even lower than you already do at a track like this.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a fight for the lead, I think. GG
I think so.
is very close to Sir Spark. Oldman stands there as well. Oh my goodness.
Well, here we go then. Sir Spark then coming under all sorts of pressure here, and he's going to have to just absolutely empty the battery. Ultimate Stand is really coming at GG here as well. He's got a right old run at the Sauber, coming down this start-finish straight, and he might just have a little think of a move here. Look at the queue of cars behind this McLaren, and if Temp was a bit closer, he'd be in the DRS as well. GG is gaining a lot then onto Spark. He's not quite close enough, and look at that behind. That is Danique once again trying to Hail Mary move around the outside. He's going to hit the wall. Oh, he hits the wall now. Down into 6th place. He's got the Haas up his inside as well. Now make that 7th. And Danique there, I mean, surely that move around the outside into turn 1 is just way too risky.
It is, unless if you're Danique and you're going to send it every single lap, apparently.
Oh, and there goes Schaefer now, up into P4. Another driver with no damage. Shocking, I know, because you kind of think that everyone's got damage at this rate. But he is now up into 4th with Danique now. There's 3 wide.
Oh, 3-way fight! What is happening?
It's a Tax Collector now, back up into 8th. And, well, moves left, right, and centre. And Sir Spark is still hanging on out front. And the gaps are very close, but he doesn't have to worry about this part of the track, Logan. He's doing brilliant, you have to say. With the damage he's got, he's doing all he needs to do at the minute.
He is, but Ultimate Stand has a full tank of batteries. Alfie gets another time penalty as he leads the Darky Award. And this is what a wild race. I'm just expecting the Ultimate Stand to fly by with the DRS. He clips the wall on the exit, though. Unbelievable. So many points up for grabs if someone can just keep it out the darn wall.
he clipped the curb there on the exit. This is the chance then for GG, because Sir Spark there was very wide on the entry onto this straight, and GG might just sense the opportunity to make the move. This is his chance now to try and take the lead. So Spark is going to have to defend for all he can, and I'm not sure he can, because there goes GG then, straight past the Spark into the lead of this Baku GP, and I might say that this could be 3 wins on the bounce for GG here, Logan, if he can get down the road.
Yeah, from no one winning to one guy winning. That's no one winning multiple to one guy winning them all. We see that, it seems like, every year. We have no consistency for the wins, and then one person just starts walking into every single race. Ultimate standstill. He goes, eep! Clips the wall. No damage.
I tell you, that's got more damage.
Oh,
we got a car.
It's in the wall. You can't park there.
Safety car. It's a safety car. The safety car has been deployed for that. And, well, again, that is going to transform the end of this race. Northey behind the safety car there. And in the pits. But I mean, why on earth there's a safety car for that? I'm not quite sure.
I think the game's recognizing that because the wing itself was on the exit, that you got a lot of debris on a racing line. I think that's what the game's registering there.
I mean, that is going to spare Alfie's blushes if he can get in the pits and get a fresh set of softs on. He's got a lot of damage though on that car, and well, tax collector as well with loads of damage. I mean, they've got to pit for soft, surely, some of those towards the back, but it's whether the guys at the front, they risk losing track position. I mean, this safety car, I mean, by the time it comes back in, Logan, we may only have a lap or 2 left.
We will only have a lap or 2
left. Yeah, so, unless it's one of these freak ones where it come back in the pit straight away, I mean, let's see, who takes the gamble? Who is feeling brave here? It's coming to the pits. GG, this is probably the worst thing he can imagine. Is he coming in? I think he's coming in. No, he stays out. And he gets a drive-through penalty. So they're not coming in. No one's coming in. Yeah, Temp's in. I'm amazed none of them are taking the gamble. There they are. There's a few more coming in.
Alfie.
I'm shocked. I swear.
AJ Curtis, the P7. Let's go.
I'm absolutely shocked. I thought some of them would try that gamble, soft tyres, for the final few laps.
Northey needs to get on his horse here. You gotta catch up.
Yeah. So
maybe he's just thinking, I'm just gonna stay in this race and not crash. That honestly, I respect it. He's like, I'll take whatever points I can get. Not having a great race here, but I'm just gonna stay on the track.
I mean, you know what, Logan? Considering what the last safety car restart was like, Northey could still pull something out the bag here, and he could still pick up some points. He's got no penalties as well, by the way. So if he catch the pack, and there's chaos ahead, Northey could still get himself in the top 10. But GG then. I mean, was that the right? Did you think any of maybe Schaefer, Slusko, and Tax Collector could meant any of them pitted for softs? Was that worth the risk?
I wouldn't have pit just because of the amount of track position you would give up. I mean, when you're in front, it's a double-edged sword because if you pit and a lot of people stay out, you lose. But if you stay out and everyone and their mother pits, you lose. You know, it's just a difficult guessing game.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
at the end of the day, your tires are going to make it. You're good. You got the lead. You know, I would have stayed out too.
So the question is here, will the safety car come in this lap, or are we going to have a one-lap dash to the finish?
I imagine.
We're going to find out.
Give you a 2-lap dash.
It's coming in, yeah. 2-lap dash to the finish then. I don't think Northey's going to catch.
No, he won't.
He's not going to catch the pack, and, well, that is a shame for him.
Be close even.
Yeah. I think they're going to get it. I think GG is doing a bit of a slow restart here compared to the others.
You mean actually waiting for the safety car to go into the pits?
Yeah, I think so. Bert Meinlander ain't going to feel the pressure this time. He's starting to speed it up though, and he's got to be very careful doing this that he doesn't catch himself out here, GG. Because he's coming up to the line. He's not gone yet. And he's gone now. And he has caught them out because Sir Spark is coming under serious pressure from Ultimate Stan. But I think they're going to get away with it, Logan, as they all come charging into this first corner here. Look at that behind. There's going to be surely contact behind there as they all chuck it up the inside. And GG's made a mistake. He's made a mistake in the first corner. He must have hit the wall or something because he's dropped down into fifth. Oh, and there's two cars off.
Oh, there's cars everywhere. Oh, it's like Talladega.
Oh, it's a huge crash.
It's the big one. It's the big one.
And they've got away with
Going
it.
back with a quick commercial. They're still crashing.
Schaefer then takes the lead. They've made contact.
What a race! What a 2-lap dash we're gonna have!
So
I gotta bring up the tires.
Temp on those soft tires. Temp's on the soft tires, and Alfie's in third. But Alfie with the penalty, obviously. The McLaren of Sir Spark's gone straight on. So he's out of the race. Schaefer is hanging on here, and he's getting pushed by the Sauber, though, under braking. And it's absolute chaos here at the restart, like we expected. There's more contact going through the castle section there.
Spark is a puncture. Yeah, Sir Spark is a puncture. He's done. Oh my goodness, what a
chaos.
Race.
Absolute chaos.
10th.
Oh, and there goes Temp, having a little look to the outside, now to the inside. Can't find a way through at this part of the track. Surely you've got to be patient here for crying out loud and then set up the move. He's going to have a little look down the inside, though. He's not waiting here, and Temp chucks it down the inside to take the lead from Schaefer. But Schaefer now has the whole start-finish straight to come right back at him. We're on the penultimate lap here. We're about to go on the final lap, and this could be anyone's. Schaefer then coming back at the Sauber, retakes the lead as they almost touch tyres down the straight. You got Alfie right there in the background, but Schaefer then will lead us onto the final lap, Logan.
He will, but they're going to have to watch out for Sir Spark, the lap car with the punctures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just realised Temp's actually got a bit of damage on that front wing as well, so I don't know if that is from before or if that is recently he's picked up. But he's got a great exit there, though. Look at that. Fantastic exit. Schaefer's doing all he can to squeeze the Sauber against the wall. He's got the DRS, though, and he's got the move. Schaefer loses the lead then on the final lap. But if he keeps it neat and tidy, he should be able to stay with him as Sir Spark is out of the race.
Yeah, he's officially out. Couldn't get it back to the pits. But that will at least get his car out of the way. Danique with a penalty coming out of the pits. What's happened to Action Rick there? He had some contact. It's the last lap. It's chaos.
Yeah.
What a race we've had. And there will be DRS on this last lap. No, he's gone. Temp's going to be gone.
Temp's going to do this. Temp is going to do this. He's absolutely shot off there on those soft tyres. I was telling you, the soft tyres was the right way to go. And here he is now with a 2-second lead before even the final couple of corners. He is going to win this race unless he makes the mistake with damage on that front wing. And Sauber are going to make it 4 straight victories with 3 different drivers, which is just ridiculous considering Temp is a reserve. He comes. Schaefer then should be okay because Alfie has got 6 seconds worth of penalties. GG is going to find himself on the podium remarkably, but Tax Collector has got 10 seconds of penalty, so he's going to tumble down.
What position is AJ Curtis going to get on debut?
I know.
All the positions he's going to gain. I mean, Oldman Stan's probably going to get him here.
So Temp.
It's going to be exciting to see.
Here he comes in. Temp wins the race. What a fantastic debut from him. He wins on his debut here in TFR eSports. Schaefer gets second. GG is third. Slusker is in fourth somehow. Alfie fifth. Ultimate Stan sixth. AJ Curtis is in seventh on debut. Action Rick in eighth.
Go, Northie, go! Get a position! Go!
No, not quite. Gets 10th. Tax Collector, your championship leader, in 9th, with the other McLaren out of the race, and Danique down in 11th with a drive-through penalty that he's actually not served yet, so I don't know how he's going to do that.
Look at the standings. Kick Sauber first and third.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And
wow, what a race.
Temp from nowhere wins that one. I mean, he was quick throughout, but then right at the very end there, well, was able to just time that to perfection, really, with the chaos in front. He capitalized, and he just ran off with the victory, Logan.
Yeah, he did. Just chaos. Avoid the chaos. Avoid damage. I mean, unless if you're Temp.
Yeah.
He wins from 4. Look at this. No one in the top 5 started in the top 5 other than Schaefer, who started 4th.
I mean, that just says a lot about that race. Just action-packed. remarkably, on that screen alone, we only had 2 DNFs. Less DNFs than F3. I mean, it didn't
Well, we
feel
had
like that kind
3,
of
so
race.
Spark did DNF.
He technically did, yes. But he's been classified, so he will get points for that 12th place, which is
And
crumbs of comfort.
congratulations to Danique, today's Darky Award winner, with 30 seconds of penalties.
Yes. And despite only picking up 2 penalties as well. So 2 enormous penalties there for him as he finishes over a minute down. But it's Temp who wins for Sauber, making it 4 wins in a row for Sauber. They are... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Sauber just keep winning this season. Schaefer's in second for the second week running with GG on the podium once more. The championship is going to be seriously closed up, Logan. A ruthless guy didn't make it tonight. Comanic didn't score any points. And Tax Collector had a bit of a rubbish race. So it's just going to be anyone's fight here, as we're already on round 8 for next week. Sorry.
Yeah, it's F2, baby. You gotta tune in and see. You never know what the heck's gonna happen until it happens.
Absolutely.
It never disappoints.
Well, next up, we have got the British Grand Prix next week, and that will be unmissable. With the action that we've had so far this season, you can be guaranteed it's always going to deliver at Silverstone. I've been CJH, joined by Epic the Animal, and we will see you in the next one. And there we have it.
All right, CJ. Question about rules.